Hello and welcome back to Elden Ring. This is part 9 of our dexterity run through the Shadow of the Erdtree DLC. Last time, we started off in the storehouse back section. We made it into the loft. We made it to the back gate and the skidoo view, taking out Commander Gaius, and up to the skidoo tree chalice. And then we made our way over to the Scorpion River catacombs and went through there. And I got rid of that so we can open this now. And in that part, we got the Bolt Drake Talisman +3, the Carrion Thrusting Shield, the Fire Serpent incantation, the Wrath from Afar incantation, the Fire Knight Hild Spirit Ash, Remembrance of the Wild Boar Rider, the Sharpshot Talisman, a Black Knight Captain Hugh Spirit Ash, Imped Lion Headpiece, the Knight's Lightning Spear incantation, the Ancient Dragon Knight's Cookbook 2, allowing us to craft Dragon Bolt Grease, a Great Ghost Glowvort, Death Knight's Long Haft Axe, a Great Axe, Cerulean Ember Medallion +3, and as you can see here, we're running something a bit different. We traded out the 2 Hoslo's Petal Lips for 2 Mesmer Soldier's Keen Spears. I have Ice Spear and Spectral Lance on them, and I actually tested them out. Ice Spear is significantly better. Spectral Lance was more fun to me, but it wasn't good enough to justify using. But I put it on the left-hand one anyways, so that way I could have it as keen, because 80 dexterity. So I now have the Pata as the light weapon, as I did before, and then I'm dual-wielding Mesmer Soldier Spears to deal with more difficult enemies. And then I'm also running with the Mesmer Soldier set, and then blue cloth cowl, because I didn't really like Mesmer Soldier helm. I don't know, it just looked weird to me. But here, we're starting at the Shadow Keep main gate. And we can summon Freya, and we can summon Hornsent. And I know that I summoned one of them before, like in the previous run. I don't remember which. I think it was Freya. Could be wrong about that. But I'm going to summon Hornsent this time. I'm not super big on summoning, and in most runs I tend to avoid it. But since this is just our second run through the DLC, I do want to see, I do want to use the cooperators that we can summon, just to see how good they are, and to see if they're worth using. And also, we're going to be helping out the Hornsent in this run, so it's going to be good to gain some camaraderie with him. They were a bit faster than I expected. Also, I have not played in 4 days, so might be a bit rusty. Because I have been a bit busy, and I've been a bit busy, and I have been sleeping at night, which is when I tend to record, because things are a bit quieter at night. Whoosh. Yep, I remember that. I had no stamina. Oh boy. I did the jump attack and he jumped to dodge it. Which I think is just unfortunate timing on our part, but still. We can pretend like this golden hippopotamus is just a brilliant strategist. There's nothing in the rulebook saying we can't do that. And so we will. And Ice Spear. And we have Gold Scarab on. 180,000 runes. Aspects of the Crucible Thorns. Skidoo Tree Fragment. I don't remember if it's a 1 or 2. Also, we can level up, which is nice. And yeah, also, I think I respect just to move out of Arcane, because I'm not using that anymore, and up to 15 Faith, so that way we can use the one incantation, Flame Cleanse Me. And also running Blessed Blue, so that way we can use Ice Spear. Because I have a friend who plays these games a lot, and they're very good at making unique and interesting builds. And oh, nice. But something that they brought up, and they mentioned it they mentioned it after I beat the DLC, but something that they noticed straight away on day one was that Blessed Blue is kind of crazy. Speaking of kind of crazy, I wonder if that'll fit well. No. Main gosh. But something that they noticed all the way in day one was that Blessed Blue was kind of crazy, especially for builds that use Ashes of War. Because look how easy that was. Use Ice Spear, one-shot the first guy, And that attracts the attention of the second guy for us to get a free backstab. Ow. So rude. But yeah, they're a big fan of using lots of Ashes of War and a low-level magic, mostly incantations. And they told me that they noticed right on day one, Blessed Blue is absolutely insane for what they do, because they spend the vast majority of their time... Sir, you can come out here, you know? But they spend the vast majority of their time playing co-op. Just playing in other people's worlds and helping other people get through the game. And something about going into another person's world is that it cuts the amount of flasks you have in half. And that's done mostly for balancing reasons. And it makes sense. But as the person going into another person's world, it really makes you think. Because if you only have 7 flasks, and your health is getting nerfed, and your FP is getting nerfed, and your stamina is getting nerfed, and your damage is getting nerfed, and your damage negation is getting nerfed, then you really want to go further into the Flask of Crimson tiers. But do you really want to do that, considering when you only get 7 flasks, you're gonna need all the blue flasks that you can get if you're using anything that requires FP, like Ashes of War and low-level incantations. And that's a problem that they ran into, kind of. They didn't run into it that much because I don't have it on me, but they used Serpent God Curved Sword a lot. They used Blasphemous Blade a lot. Again, I don't have it on me, but they used Icon Shield a lot. They're actually the person that I got that build from, the HP regen build, so that way they could go more into the blue flasks. And it worked pretty well for them. But that did come with the one problem of those don't, like, the HP regen build doesn't work that great against the bosses, which for me great spears are so good. Like, dual-wielding great spears, very, very strong. But anyways, the HP regen build, it's like it does have that flaw, but that's not really something that I feel, because I can just swap up my talismans and my equipment if I need to. No big deal whatsoever. but I also have 14 flasks, whereas they don't. And when you're helping people, not everyone is going to wait for you to go into your menu and swap your talismans. Like, not all the hosts are going to do that. Most of them are just gonna go, I'm here, we're going into the boss. And that made things a bit more difficult for them. Significantly more difficult at times. And so, they mentioned that Blessed Blue meant that they could go purely into the Crimson tier flask. Because the Ashes of War that they used didn't take a lot of FP, just a little bit. And the incantations that they used... Okay. I love that animation. Didn't really get to see it well because we're on kind of a steep curve. But the, like, slam your weapon down into the enemy in the ground is very nice. And also, we tried to come here last time and we couldn't open this because you can get to this door before aggroing the golden hippo, but you can't go this way. Like, you can't open the door if you haven't killed the golden hippo, sadly. But anyways, as I was saying, the Ashes of War that they used didn't take a lot of FP, and the spells that they used didn't take a lot of FP. Meaning that they didn't need a lot of gold, or they didn't need a lot of blue flasks, or a lot of FP regen, at least. And so they noticed that the Blessed Blue, by itself, gave them all the FP regen that they needed. Hi. And once I beat the DLC for the first time and they felt a bit more comfortable talking about the DLC with me, they mentioned that, yeah, it's... like, Blessed Blue is really, really good. And that sometime I should try using Ashes of War and low-level spells with Blessed Blue. Because I don't really use Ashes of War. And as you can probably tell right there, I should use Ashes of War because they're very good. Also, I got Storehouse first floor. So, just in case you didn't watch the last part, hopefully that's a bit of evidence towards I got here before taking out the golden hippo. Anyways, so yeah, that's what I'm trying to do here now, is use Blessed Blue and actually use Ashes of War, which is pretty new to me, because I typically focus on the fundamentals of positioning, dodge timings, stamina management, understanding your weapons, stuff like that. Yeah. Last time we assisted Needle Knight Leda, but because of a bunch of things that happened there, this time I'm going to assist the Hornsent. And if there's dialogue, I will mute and let that play out.
Worthy Hornsent, I will dispose of you. Before your thirst for revenge beckons our undoing, I can no longer trust your word.
In the end, I knew this day would come. The nature of your kind, I am certain, will always show itself. Given time, interfere not with my business. Zealot, what could your purpose possibly be? I do not recollect begging for help.
Have you been taken in by the plight of the Hornsent? Foolish, but hardly unexpected. Man is a compassionate animal, the better or worse.
I really like that dialogue. All of that. What the Hornsent said, the man is a compassionate animal for better or worse. All of that is very nice.
You have bested me. A single betrayal. Enough to turn the tides. Unfortunate. But I will leave you be. For now.
Do not interfere. This is my revenge.
What? So, verbally he said, do not interfere. But the subtitle dialogue, whatever you want to call it, said something very different. Also, Ash of War, Swift Slash, and Leda's Rune. Alright, so first, Ash of War, Swift Slash, usable on backhand blades, costs 16 FP. 16 FP? Jesus. No wonder people spam this in PvP. Because I thought it would take way more than that. I mean, Ice Spear takes 15. But still, I thought this would take like 25. Wow, okay. See, a skill passed down amongst Hornsent swordsmen. Take a swift forward step to slice through foes. This sharp strike also fires off a shearing vacuum. Can be charged to increase the skill's power and the distance of the forward step. And then Leda's Rune. Used to gain 40,000 runes. Blessing of Needle Knight Leda, an unalloyed light that has never dwelled in the eye. Used to gain 40,000 runes. Mikela gifted Leda with gentle gold to bring a soft hue to her faded eyes. Okay. Well, we already... There's a noise. I think it's just the water. But we already got that. The Set of Grace. I don't think there's anything over there. But I do know there's stuff down here. But yeah, I popped Bestial Vitality, I think like 3 times. I used Ice Spear 3 times. And I'm still at full FP. Because of Blessed Blue. So that's very nice. Here, Domain of Dragons, not worth it. And now that I know this is here, I don't have that equipped. I don't have it at all, huh? I usually have a telescope. Anyways, we can use the mouse then. You can kind of see the outline of the door at the top there. So that's kind of cool. Drop. Yeah, despite talking about the DLC with my friend, I have not been given any spoilers. But here we can hop into this coffin, and I will mute so that way I can take a drink and you can enjoy this without me yapping. That shot is very, very nice looking. And here we can grab this, and just like the hinterland, we can favorite it, but not actually go through it. Whenever we helped Alita, she was always back here to give us an item. I doubt that she'll be here now. Yeah. So, it says that Mikla gifted her with gentle gold. So is Letta just dead? You might think, well, that obviously, because you killed her. But she was an invader. It wasn't in her world. And also, we didn't get anything, like, we didn't get her armor set or her weapon. So, really hoping that she's still alive, because even though she turns on you near the end, still don't want her to die. You there, the dead one. Can you show me around? There's that way. And there's this way. And yeah, also, this way is open. Serving as more evidence that I was able to get into here without killing the golden hippo. Oh, that turns quickly. Good on that. We can keep moving. Does... Nope. I was gonna say, does one-handed one-shot? Because I know that one-handed, a single swipe does more damage than a single hit when you're two-handing like this, or dual-wielding, technically. But not too much. Now Ansbach. Hello, friend.
Righteous Tarnished. It's been some time. After unburdening my soul to you, I had hoped to make a fresh start. But there was one thought I could not dislodge from my mind. So, here I am. quite unable to move on. After Lord Moke's slain at his dynastic palace, it appears his body has been absconded with and taken straight to kind Mikola. Surely you recall that I once served Lord Moog as a pureblood knight, after failing him in every regard and losing sight of my vows. I'd do anything to make amends, in whatever meager way I can. What could they possibly have in mind for Lord Moog's remains? The implications are rather unnerving. What could they possibly have the implication?
Alright, so we have to get more information and then bring it back to him. That's fun. I don't remember exactly when you get that extra information. Is it just after killing Mesmer? No. 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 Well, that worked. And I can see them there, slowly backing up. Which, understandable why they'd back up. I just killed a Fire Knight without any issue. Okay. But here, we can go left and up. Or we can go left and then right. Or we can go right. That's where Ansbach is. And if we just continue down the right side, then there's that enemy. Oh, it's Spectral Lance. So yeah, having an Ash of War is good. Especially a ranged Ash of War, like Ice Spear or Spectral Lance. Because it lets you take out enemies at a distance. But yeah, that enemy on the other side of this, that lets you know that you can drop down to get the Bolt Drake Talisman +3. And what I'm thinking for this part is that we could go up to the 4th floor Site of Grace. And then head back down and go the other way. The spot, like, right at the beginning. I'm trying to remember where that actually sends you. I think it sends you to Rao Ruins. Oh, hi. I would like to thank all of you for not attacking while I swapped weapons there. That was very kind of you. Really wish you could open these doors. That'd be nice. Now, up here, where you see this balcony thing with this guy. Nope. 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 Alright, but to the right of this guy, there's a thing here, and there's nothing here right now, but a bit later in the area, we're going to pull a lever, and you want to come back here after pulling the lever, and the Pearl Drake Talisman +3 will be there. I'm saying this partially to act as a reminder to myself. So rude. So rude. I definitely could have played that a lot better. I'm trying to go for style points over actually being a functional combatant. It's not working out too well for my health. But yeah, the reason why I'm saying this is partially to let you know what to do and where to go, which is very helpful, but also partially as a reminder to myself, or as kind of a test for myself to see if I can remember these things. Oh, hi. There's no need for such activities. This is the thrusting shield. I forget what it's called, but the basic one. Dueling shield. Yep. It's this one and the carrion thrusting shield. Those are the only two I've found. I don't know if there's more. But it's a new weapon class, and both of them are found in this single area. Hello. You spooked me, sir. Alright, so there's feet here, and you can climb up those. Hello. I don't know how well you see these enemies, but I just don't. And I don't know how much of that is the game being dark, and how much of that is me being blind. Ow. No. My assumption is that it's mostly just me being blind. I'm not, because obviously I can see and move and play video games and whatnot. But looking at things is difficult. Skidoo tree fragment. Storehouse cross message. I don't know if you need to click on those for anything. I just do it out of habit. But it would seem that the people of the keep have flooded the holy quarter that leads onward to the Skidoo tree, barring access. However, there's no route that leads there from the store. However, there's no route that leads there from this storehouse. I can't read. Perhaps there's another way to reach the holy quarter somewhere else in this keep. Is it talking about the thing that sends us down here? I don't know. Alright, so I thought that the lever would be before the grace. However, unfortunately, it was not. So that was a misremembrance on my part. I remember that there'd be a fire knight here, though. Sir, there's absolutely no need for such activities. calm down. We can heal. I wonder, does Spectral Lance one-shot? Nope. Ice Spear does. Yeah, so as you can see there, Spectral Lance was a 2-shot, Ice Spear was a 1-shot. So Ice Spear is just objectively better. At least in the damage department. But yeah, Secret Rite Scroll, I think that's what Ansbach wanted. Does it make sense this time? A lord will usher in a god's return, and the lord's soul will require a vessel. I mean, it makes more sense than the first time reading it. Bats, please, there's no need for such activities. Yeah, this is where the... You all can die. But this is where the lever is. It's somewhere around here. Where specifically? I don't remember. But it's somewhere. If you move a bit more into faith, no. Oh. Yeah, I could definitely be fighting those guys way better. But if you move more into faith, then you could get a better heal spell. I think Great Heal takes 15 faith, right? I think so. So, with me being at 15 faith, I think the lever is this way. Oh. I was gonna say, I can swear that there was a Fire Knight around here somewhere. For the life of me, I just can't remember. Then I heard him. So that was good. And yeah, here's the lever. So we can grab this. And this reconfigures this middle pull section. And that connects that. Which will allow us to go higher.
Now, Freya. Don't let it rile you up. Take it slow. Take it slow.
I know that there's the shadow enemy there, but
Ever makes sense of the jungle.
they don't worry me nearly as much as this guy. Also, yeah, just look at the difference in performance there. With, we can grab this before heading back down. And really quickly, I just want to check to see what's over here. Let's adjust this. Revered Spirit Ash, that's good. Now we can... I mean, we could go up there, but... I would rather make our way down. But yeah, that last Fire Knight that we fought, that wasn't me playing super well. I wonder if we can drop down there and survive. Ooh. So we can drop down here. And that puts us right where we need to be to get the Pearl Drake Talisman +3. Nice. You'll love to see it. Yeah, like I said, that wasn't me playing super well. That was just an Ash of War being powerful. And the Ice Spear can be gotten pretty early on. Revered Spirit Ash. Like, you get Ice Spear in Liurnia. You get it by taking out a Knight's Cavalry. We can pop this because we're missing a tiny bit of health, and now that I know it's going to bother me. But yeah, you can get Ice Spear early on. It only takes 15 FP. And it one-shot the bats, 3 shots, and it stance breaks the Fire Knights. And as you can see there, it basically stun-locked him. Which is great. I remembered you. But yeah, so Ice Spear is good. I very much recommend it. I also remember that you're here. Yep. And as you can see there, see and hear, it stance broke and frost, like, hit him with frostbite. So Ice Spear, it can proc frostbite, which is very nice. And these enemies, they weren't consistently threatening, but they were occasionally threatening. And that's the sentiment I've gotten from most people that I've talked to. Which I haven't talked to that many people. Only like 3, but still. Being able to consistently and safely take out Fire Knights and those enemies with Ice Spear, that really makes Ice Spear quite valuable. And I don't think I can look at it from here to see what you can put Ice Spear on. But I know it can be put on spears and great spears. I don't know what else, but it's good to have at least one of those. Forgot you're bigger than the average enemy. Scary. But still. Iris of Grace. Hefty Crackpot. Yeah. Ice Spear, very valuable to have. And right now I have 15 mind, and that gives me 95 FP. And Ice Spear taking 15, that's 15, 30, 45, 60. Alright, so we can use it like 6 times. And Blessed Blue, since we get 1 FP per second passively with that, that means that we can use it even more. And well, yeah, Blessed Blue does mean that we have to give up 1 talisman slot. It also means that we don't have to give up any of our flasks, which is very nice. And I very much appreciate that. Nope, that wasn't an enemy. Yeah, not like being able to have some good stuff like Ice Spear and Bestial Vitality for a good range damaging option with good stun and damage that comes out pretty quickly and can kind of be spammed, and infinite heal with Bestial Vitality. I mean, not that strong, but our 18 Faith, heal from afar. I haven't used this, but there's gotta be a way to use that for cheese, right? There's gotta be a way to use that to heal someone close by. Like either pop it at a wall or look straight down. I don't know if looking straight down would work, but shoot it at a wall. And then I don't have it, but great heal. Takes 15 faith in this game. I don't know how potent that would be, since it only takes 15 faith. but it could be a nice, decent little heal, or like normal heal. I think that takes 12 faith. And you get all those, plus any Ashes of War that you want to use. Like Golden Vow, that takes 40, but still. I think one Talisman slot is definitely worth that. But with that being said, we're about to hit 56 minutes, so I think we can call it here. We started at the Shadowkeep main gate. We beat the Golden Hippo. We made it to the first floor, even though we got that last time. Still, we got to it again. The correct way this time. And we made it to the 4th floor and the 7th floor. We talked to Sir Ansbach. We got to Freya. Didn't talk to her, but we got to her. And we got the Castle Watering Hole Site of Grace and the West Rampart Site of Grace, leading out to Rao Ruins. And we also got aspects of the Crucible Thorns, Main Gauche, I'm assuming is how you pronounce it, which is a dagger that you actually dual wield with thrusting swords instead of other daggers, which is neat. We got Talisman of Lord's Bestowal, which I'm gonna be in favor of because it has the Blessed Dew droplet thing on it, but increased poise after using a Flask of Tear. I don't imagine that's super good. But we also helped Hornsent against Alita, getting the Ash of War Swift Slash, which got nerfed but was very potent. And I assume it's still probably pretty strong. We got Letta's Rune. We got the Domain of Dragons painting. We got the Dueling Shield. We got, I'm assuming, 3 Skidoo fragments. The Secret Rite Scroll, which we can give to Ansbach. We got the Pearl Drake Talisman +3. 2 Revered Spirit Ashes. The Ash of War Wall of Sparks for perfume bottle weapons. We got the ability to craft Sun Warmth Stones. We got an Iris of Grace, and we got, I believe, 2 hefty cracked pots. So, we also got to try out Mesmer Soldier Spears, which I got, but I believe this is our first time using them. So, good progress today. I'm happy with that. And, yeah.